We have a $25 donation from Greenlee the Squirrel, who says, "We definitely need Dan on the team." Thank you, Greenlee, for that $25 donation. We have a $10 donation here from Prop NES. Thank you so much for that $10 donation. We appreciate it. And with that, it sounds like we are all set up here. So get ready for the Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster any percent race with Ice Blue and Down. These are two amazing runners. You're not going to want to miss this. Take it away, guys.
Hello everyone, my name is Deln, and I'll be racing Iceblue here in the center in a race for Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster. I cannot hear Blue again.
Yeah, I think we lost Blue's audio.
Yeah, I think his mic is acting up.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's a lot better.
Okay, sorry. I've been having issues with my mic.
That happens, dude.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hello, I'm Iceblue. This is FF2 Pixel Remaster. Very, very niche Final Fantasy game, but it's super fun.
And
do we figure out what our names are for our characters? Because we named them right at the start.
Yeah.
Sure thing. Let me do one refresh, and I will get those names for you.
Please tell me Furion's still Piplup.
All right, so Furion's name is Piplup.
Okay.
All right.
Guy's name will be Beaver.
Perfect.
Leon will be Dan. And Maria will be Celis.
Very nice.
Thank y'all for voting. Thank y'all for voting on these names, and thank you for the donations towards these names.
They could not be more perfect.
Yeah, they're really good names.
But yeah, I'm ready whenever you're ready, Deln.
I am ready whenever you are ready.
Perfect. Saudi, are you ready?
I'm ready. Would you like me to count you guys in?
Absolutely.
All right. In
Sure
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck, good luck.
Good luck, you two.
All right. So, very, very sweet redeeming factor of the Pixel Remasters. The cutscenes are unskippable. So we get to watch this. So basically, it's just a story of telling how the Emperor is trying to take over the world and is destroying towns in the process. And it starts off by destroying your hometown.
And
Don't you can
Yes.
tell a little bit more of the story about this, right?
Yeah. It's the Empire of Finn is at war with the army of Palamecia, controlled by the Emperor Matthias. I think it's his actual official name.
yes, it is.
And you see at the beginning that Finn is actually being overwhelmed, and there's one person left behind, which is, I believe, Scott here, which we will not hear about for a couple of minutes, but we don't know what's happening with him. But it starts with us running away from Finn. We are now homeless and being attacked by the army of Palamecia, so that's where it's going to start. And the first thing we're going to do is defend and try to get hit by all four as quickly as possible. And it is done by defending, which prevents us from doing any action.
Guys, how could you die
By the
here
way,
at the start of the game?
Look. All right. It was poor RNG. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
So Scott's going to play a very, very big part of this game, as you'll see in a few minutes. Scott is probably like the lead of this game, I'd like to say. I can't be serious about this game.
I was about to say, Ice, you cannot hold a straight face saying that. I know you too well on that one, dude. But that initial battle Oh, go ahead, Ice.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna say if you hear controllers being, it sounds like they're being shaken. The fastest way to advance text in the Pixel Remaster, if you're playing on a PS4 controller or a PS5 controller, is to rotate the joysticks. So we're gonna be constantly rotating the joysticks to kind of speed through this text box.
Yeah, any input will advance text, and you're already going to notice that there were some words in red. Those are actually keywords that are used as terms throughout the game. There are a few of them that will be picked up, and they do help progress the story. So keep your eye out for some of those. On top of that, the initial battle that happened that Ice and Deln ended up having to die in, that battle is actually unwinnable. Even if you do win, it still ends up progressing to Furion being dead.
Yep.
I always believe that we can win it. Someday I will.
Hey, it could happen.
I mean, if you
I just need
purchase
to
the
find a way to
right,
tank 900 damage.
if you purchase the right Game Shark, you might be able to.
Alright, so the
All
first
right,
thing
so-
we're going to do is obviously going back to Finn, because, you know, getting hit the first time by the knights doesn't stop us from going back and asking for more. But no, actually, we are going back to hopefully check on what happened to Scott. Hopefully he's
Hey, whoa,
he is still
spoilers.
alive wherever he is.
Spoilers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, I
Everybody
think he's
doesn't know what
fine. Everybody in
happened.
this game is fine.
People don't know what happened to the lead of the game, Scott.
You cannot hold a straight face with that at all.
Yeah, I don't know
Look,
how you're able to hold a straight face like that.
Look. Oh, so one thing we didn't mention. One of the biggest quality of life changes of the Pixel Remaster is that they added diagonal movement. So if you like saving steps, welcome to Pixel Remaster.
Another very nice quality of life feature that was added is the auto battle function. With auto battle, it'll use the last commands you put in for the characters in order for them to, well, auto battle.
Are you telling me that I don't actually have to play the game?
I mean, you kind of.
If you don't want to, yes.
It's up to you whether or not you want to play.
I mean, I'm technically playing, right?
I mean, you're walking through the map. You got to at least do that.
All right, so one of the nicest features of this game is pretty much watching a lot of these NPCs just perish directly in front of you.
Yeah.
There's a lot, like with the whole world going through a war. You experience a lot of characters that you grow fondly to, and they just don't make it. So this is Scott. You watched him in the opening cutscene, and he hands you a ring, tells you to tell Princess Hilda that he loves her, and he dies.
Literally.
And that's Scott.
Yeah, that was Scott.
And that was Scott's entire role in the entire in the entire game.
Perfect roll.
The ongoing gag that I have is it's the whole like, oh no. Anyway,
That's perfect for it though.
all right. So
Yeah,
we're gonna be
so
changing up a
what's
little bit. I'm gonna be changing up my battle style a little bit. We're gonna be defending with Furion, and I'm gonna be attacking with both, or I'm sorry, Piplup, and we're gonna be attacking with both Celeste and Beaver. In hopes to get them to fist level 4 before we get to the boss of the Mithril Cave, which is the Sergeant. I think Deln is taking a slightly different route than I am.
Yeah, I will not go for rank 4 on both of them. I will go for rank 4 only on Guy this time. But first, my goal is to get Guy to 4 as quickly as possible, so I can actually level up Piplup on the way back, on the way to Cement Cave.
The first.
Not using the names of the item.
Sorry, I'm not used to playing in the English here.
Cement Cave, the first actual dungeon of the game. So, keyword there
don't die,
was
Maria.
Mithril, and then you end up being recommended to recruit Minwu to the party. Minwu has another item on him that is going to be used in order to progress even further. Now, this game in Final Fantasy I, you don't get until after you've defeated your first Elemental Fiend and gone to your 5th town. Well, 4th town technically, but I still consider it the 5th town because it has tier 5 spells. But this game, within 8 minutes, you have a canoe.
And this canoe has a very sweet feature about it. 0 encounters.
And that's the true selling point of the canoe.
So you can see like just the differences right now, where Deln is like already ahead, like already has the canoe and is making his way to Poft and Cement Cave. I had some much larger encounters, which put me a little bit farther behind. But you never know what could happen in this run.
I mean, it's just more Punch Mage EXP.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong's gonna happen.
Nothing ever happens like in these runs. Like nothing wrong ever happens. The game is always nice. It's perfect.
Perfect in every way.
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right. Why not? So I'm gonna start fighting in Summit Fall here. I'm going to use a different strategy here by punching Minhu to get the experience on Beaver. Sorry, I almost forgot the names there for a second. So I just want Beaver to get rank 4 as quickly as possible, and the way to do that is to do a certain number of action based on your current rank. Like right now I am rank 3 on Beaver, and I need to attack 3 times on these enemies to get a rank up. And then when I hit level 4, I won't actually need to attack because I will need 4 actions on these enemies, and that will be terribly slow to do. So right now I need 1 more encounter to get rank 4.
Oops.
Hopefully, oh, this is fine. I'll get
I, de-
3 actions.
I decided to
he
visit
doesn't
Poff
run.
the second time.
Oh, well, I mean, that's fine. You like how the town looks, so I can't blame you for that.
Look, I'm just
Well,
here to give
everybody-
you the advantage.
But yeah, as you can
Yeah,
see,
that's cool. I'll take it.
as you can see with the unarmed attacks, the damage values are just going up almost exponentially. It's very multiplicative, and the amount of hits you get just continues to increase as you continue to level up your weapon abilities to a point that the max level being 16, you more often than not will get 16 hits. Occasionally you can get more.
Yeah, at this
Wow.
current rank right now, you don't get more than I take four hits at rank 4.
Yeah,
4 or
hits
5.
is, 4 is the cap, I believe, at rank 4.
Yeah, but that's
Oh,
okay.
I
At,
didn't-
at rank 4 hits is about a little bit over 100 damage for a beaver, which is just enough to fight the first boss, which is going to be coming up soon enough. Right now, I want to try to get Piplup. Oh, there we go. Try to get Piplup to rank 4, if possible, so I can get the maximum experience from the boss. And to do that right now, I need to do 3 actions, but since he has a weapon in his hand, 2 weapons in his hand, every turn he'll do 2 actions. So that will give me the experience after 2 turns, and hopefully I can finish the fight in 2 turns, which would be ideal here. Oh, that's not a very nice encounter, but they all get killed in one shot. So okay, this might actually be bad here.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got the
If the
preemptive on the last one.
balloons, yeah, if the balloons kill either of my first 3 characters, then I'll need to revive them. But that's okay. Fury, Piplup, so I gotta get used to this. Piplup will get the maximum amount of XP here, maybe a little bit too much. So rank 4 is acquired. I will heal everybody, and from now on, I will flee from every encounter and hopefully actually not fail like that. So there's no need to grind anymore until Snow Cave, since I would need to do too many actions to get experience at this point on either character. So running away is fine. Very acceptable
Yeah,
right now. Oh,
I'm taking a
Okay,
different
well-
approach. I'm taking a different approach. I'm getting Maria and Guy. I already got Maria and Guy to 4, now I'm getting Furion to 4, and then after that it's just going to be Flea City until Snow Cave.
so there's a little thing here that we try not to do here, and it's actually teleporting out of the dungeon by mistake, since the cursor reset in the magic menu. So reviving resets the cursor to cure, and if you click left by mistakes to try to actually get on cure, you'll hit teleport and you'll be very sorry.
I made that
So-
mistake the other day in the Tower of Mysidia and accidentally teleported out of Mysidia Tower.
That's a painful time loss.
This is not good. So I'm trying to get the experience on the characters, and I want him to attack Minhu, but it's okay. He's done. So that's good. That's good. They're gonna get HP experience growth here on everybody. So I'll take it. But you don't want any of the characters to die so you can get all the experience on them. Sword level being the most important on Furion. So that was Surgeon. Surgeon has, I believe, 420 HP.
Nice.
And
Oh, sorry.
I was thinking it. But yeah, he's got 420 HP.
No.
This isn't good. This is not good. You like being poisoned? This is the fight for you.
Yeah, the Hornet Queen Bee ambush. That's disgusting to see.
Yeah. It's not very helpful to get poisoned or not being able to run from these fights, since if you get hit by the Queen Bee, you will have a Venom debuff on you, and Venom stays outside of the fight, which is very annoying because your HP will gradually go down.
Yeah, that's one of
At
the...
least it doesn't give you the very sweet sound from FF1.
Please don't remind me about that. Thank you. No, I'm kidding.
I got the same encounter as you, Deln, but I made it out.
But yeah, the poison
Queen
ailment,
Bee.
Nice.
it's got two different versions to it. You see the one that goes away after battle that's just the green bubbles, and then the purple bubbles that Dylan mentioned. That's the venom status, the poison that persists after battle. And that's not one that you really want to see too terribly often, because it just means casting Asuna in order to get rid of it.
Some people will get confused with Basuna and Asuna, which one cure in battle and one cure outside of battle.
Yep.
Do you remember which one does which?
Asuna is out of battle.
is in battle. Yeah, Basuna is in battle.
Yep.
And I believe you need to be rank 6 Basuna to get rid of everything.
It's either 6 or 7. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, after that, it really doesn't matter. So I got the Mithril after the Sergeant, and we give it to the blacksmith, so the blacksmith can make some sweet weapon out of Mithril, which
we're totally going to purchase.
Yeah,
that we're totally going to purchase.
Yeah, I was about to say weapons. What weapons? Armor? What armor?
I'm running ahead of my thing here.
So I think the first iteration of the this route that I'm doing actually went to get the Mithril sword to kill stuff faster in was it Snow Cave? And now we just don't buy it because it costs too much. Also, we got a keyword. Yes, there's keyword in this game. You learn keywords to advance the plot and everything. And at the very beginning, when I got Minwu, I actually took a keyword that is Dreadnought. And if you don't have it at this point, you need to go back all the way to Altair and talk to Ilda and learn it. But after you get Minwu is when the game gets... No. Just like nobody ever forgot Sunfire.
Oh,
or Goddess Bell.
No.
Wait, you mean there's
You never
Sunfire?
forget the keywords in this game.
So forgetting a keyword is very costly in time-wise. It is about 1.5 to 2 minutes to just go back, get the keyword, and then come back. So yeah, you really don't want to forget about it. Same with Sunfire. When we leave Basque Sewers, we need to get the Sunfire keyword to get the Goddess Belt keyword in Altair. And if we forget, we need to go back all the way again, just to grab it.
I promise you,
Also,
nobody has ever forgotten those keywords.
I believe you on that.
I mean, to be fair, while I was learning the run, I actually did forget them.
So one thing to note about like a good portion of these dungeons is that a lot of them have hidden passageways, and you'll see us kind of walk through like some of these walls and quickly like make it like through these dungeons. And there's even some like even in like the final dungeon, and then the Jade Passage dungeon as well.
So here we see the Dark Knight that is quote unquote guarding the Dreadnought, and another familiar face that we're going to see in a little bit. Was it named Borgen, I think? We pronounce his name.
Yeah, that's Count Borgen.
And both of them leaves with the Dreadnought. So our mission was to destroy the Dreadnought, and well, we kind of failed since it started flying away and is now destroying a whole 2 cities. You know, there's a lot more cities on this game, but only 2 will do the thing.
Sonny, you know how I privately told you that I hope Deln gets a bunch of ambushes?
Yeah, that's kind of come back to bite you.
I've gotten a 6 ambush and an 8 ambush so far.
To be fair, Deln did have an 8 ambush earlier as well, so it's kind of evened out.
Oh, and I did say that you would get 7 dragon, which is obviously not going to come back and bite me for that. Hopefully.
Look, if I get 7 dragons, I concede. let's just go with that one.
Right. Oh yeah, one thing to note: we are playing on the old patch in this game, and the old patch has some things that are a little bit different than the new patch. Like the speed after post battle is a little bit slower in old patch. But we have this thing where every single hit that we do with a status effect infused on the weapon is going to actually. Sorry, I'm trying to do 2 things at the same time. It's just not working. But
I can say it.
It's okay. I'll do it now.
Okay.
We're grabbing swords with status effect, which is going to be a curse sword and a sleeve blade. I mean, the ancient sword has a curse effect, and as long as we hit with those swords, no matter the amount of hits, 0, 1, 2, it will apply the status effect 100% of the time. So that will be the main way to beat most of the boss in this run. There's other bosses that will be attempted with a different strategy, since there's a little bit too many of them. And in this version, it actually makes it so you have to fight the maximum amount of enemies, or else it won't actually it actually won't. Oh my god, what am I doing? I went to see the king instead of Elda first. Ugh. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah. So basically, like with the new patch, they actually nerfed both enemies and your status inflictions. So now it's not 100% of the time, and I would assume it's just to kind of balance out the mid-game to late-game encounters, because getting completely stunned by a group of enemies, like while getting ambushed, is, I guess they deemed it as unfair. And in turn, it also nerfed our weapons.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah. But we're playing an older patch that keeps it at 100%, which also keeps the enemy's status inflictions to 100%. So if we get ambushed by certain groups of enemies like antlions or stunner mice, we're gonna have to just sit there and wait.
Or most of the undead, for that
No, that's
matter.
okay. We'll make it. We'll make it.
Yeah. The game's fair, remember?
It's very fair. The game would definitely not make you fight about 4 Lamias and have them just, charm you and start blinking nonstop.
Look, the game is truly fair when you fight the Lamia Queen, okay? Just absolutely fair.
Until the game starts laughing at you.
If I ever see if I ever see a fair fight on Lamia Queen, I will. I don't know what I will do, but this is
Clip
not
it.
something I've ever seen anywhere. Yeah, clip it. Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
One for the archive.
I don't know if you remember this one, Deln, but you could have Forsyth's luck from 19 with the Lamia Queens.
Oh,
Hmm, I don't think I want to
Forsyth.
see that. Yeah, no. So, to go back on track to what we're doing right now, we got Joseph to join our party since Minhu left to tend to the king injuries. Right now, because the Dreadnought actually destroyed Altair, or destroyed, but the inside of the houses are all completely normal and still in working order. But yeah, so Minhu went back to tend to the king, and we pretty much need to find a way to destroy the Dreadnought, and to do that, we need Sunfire. And to get Sunfire, we need something called the Goddess Bell. To get the Goddess Bell, we need a snowcraft to access the cave where it is hidden. But for that, we need Joseph right here. So with Joseph, we gain access to the cave where the snowcraft is located in Salmon Fall. Thankfully, it is not very far.
Unfortunately,
And with
Joseph-
that, we gain access to Snowfield, and sadly, no Snowfield minigame. So,
oh yeah, they did
no
remove that
abuse
with
of
this
money.
game.
I mean, they did actually. It is on the NES version, isn't it?
I don't remember if
Is
it
it-
is
I
on the
don't-
Famicom version.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it is. I'm gonna say. This is based off of the Famicom version, mainly. So if it didn't have it in it, then it doesn't have it in here.
Did the Famicom version also blindfold Furion?
I don't know why you would say that.
Oh, no reason. Y'all won't see what I'm talking about later, I promise.
It's okay. Right now, I am making my way to the snowfield, and what I'll do real quick is put Celeste and Piplup in the front row, and hopefully get a decent encounter like this one, so I can have Beaver attack them 3 times, which hopefully will give me experience, and I think it did. You can barely see a glimpse of the experience bar. Yes, I am.
Okay,
So one
you're
thing
going
you
for
don't
5.
want to happen is this. Yeah. So you don't want this to happen, where everybody just starts targeting one character. It's terrible, but it's okay. They'll live.
Yeah, enemies love to single out specific characters, especially Celeste.
Yeah, they're very much into focus targeting. And
Yeah.
you would see that a lot even in casual play at that. It's really, really bad how the targeting AI works in this game.
All right. So my goal was to get Beaver here to rank 5. I actually just got that. So now Beaver hits like a truck on anything that shows up. And the more hits I do, the more chances of my strength to go up after a fight. And the more strength you have, the more damage you do with unarmed. Like right now, I think I'm hitting for about 200 damage on anything. Actually, never mind. That's 400 damage. So you hit for about 400 damage at rank 5, and the goal is to get rank 6 to fight the Lamia Queen, which will provide a chance of doing a 2-cycle on her, making it a lot easier to do.
No such thing as a 2-cycle.
Yeah, I've never seen it, obviously. Like, I've never seen a 600 damage crit
That's
Okay,
lot.
that's a really good luck. Really good luck here. So the you said a little bomb enemy. That bomb enemy just one-shots anybody it explodes on right now, including Joseph, I think, at this amount of HP. So as long as we don't see an income, well, like this, that can happen. It really doesn't matter what happens as long as Beaver doesn't get put to the ground, because Beaver is my mage here to revive everybody. So I will definitely play it a lot safer than I would, since this is a race and a marathon run. I will do a quick save as I get this item, so in case I die, I will revive here or restart at this point.
I took a little bit of a different approach to get Guy's fist 5 by punching Joseph in the face, and I had to revive him.
That's another way of doing it. I think that's fine. You can do it however you want, as long as it works for you.
Look, it's a little bit of foreshadowing for later, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. He's not gonna die.
It's not like he might, punch himself during a certain Lamia Queen fight or anything.
No, never.
That never happens.
Ever.
Yeah, so we're making our way through the snow cave, and that will take a few minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna
With
ask.
mostly killing everything on the way.
I was gonna ask if you guys wanted to have some donations read. Because
Yeah,
by all
absolutely.
means, host,
Yes.
take it away.
Yes.
All right, we've got plenty of them here. We have a $25 donation from Some Diener who says, RPG Limit Break hype. My favorite speedrun event is back and I couldn't be happier. To all the runners, good luck and have fun. We also have a $20 donation here from Geister Carl who says, have to donate before I go to bed. Get the pixels or crystals, whatever you like. Thank you for your donation as well. And I want to remind everybody that we have of some of the prizes that you can win during this run. I mean, if you like what you're seeing with Final Fantasy II Pix Remaster, you can get a bundle of all 6 of them for just a $10 minimum donation. You have a chance to win a bundle that gets you all 6 of the Pixel Remasters. So you could play this one, Final Fantasy II. Do we have time for some more?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, we have a $25 donation here from True Wind with no comment. Thank you so much for your donation. We really appreciate it. We want to try and make that push for 50,000 tonight. Keep those donations coming in, guys.
So as you saw on my side, Guy is also my resurrector, and I died. Like, I lost Guy, or Beaver, sorry. And losing Beaver is just basically an instant, like, reset or reload.
I was about to ask you guys, who's Guy? I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know anybody named Guy in this game.
Just
There's
leave
only
it to
Beaver,
Beaver.
so let's flip up. Alright, so I just did a chest fight here, which has the Ancient Sword in it. And the Ancient Sword, like I said, has the Curse debuff on it. So whoever I hit with the Ancient Sword will have their attack and their defense greatly reduced to almost nothing. So even the tankiest enemy in this game will have their defense gone down by... I don't have the exact number, but I'm going to take a wild guess here and say it's about 80%.
I think it's
like 80 or 90%.
Yeah, either 80 or 90. I don't remember for sure either off the top of my head.
So I don't equip it because the... Oh, okay, well, that happened. I did not equip it because the sword has an accuracy of 31% on Furion. So the chance of actually hitting is very low, so that's the reason why I got Furion high level, high level, this rank with the swords, so you have more chance to actually hit the enemies.
Chad, it's not 31% on Furion, I promise you.
No, it's probably like 10. Yeah.
I still think,
I don't know why I would say that. It's not like Furion is is gonna have some cool shade while fighting Lamia Queen.
I think Furion has that permanent debuff.
Yeah, 'cause
so-
he hardly ever hits.
Furion has incredibly low accuracy for whatever reason, even though he is excellent in swordsmanship, or as the game wants you to believe, he's excellent in swordsmanship. His accuracy is very, very not excellent. Oh, that's gonna be bad. I just got an ambush from 4 grenades.
I just got an ambush
Wow.
from the Adamantoise fight.
You're
But
already
it's
there.
okay. So,
Jesus.
so the fight starts with Adamantoise having over like maybe 500 or 600 HP. I don't know the exact number. Sorry, but it is a 3-cycle, 3-round fight with Beaver here, hitting for almost 258.
I believe Adamantoise has 650 HP.
All right. So Adamantoise is also rank 5 enemy. So if I am rank 5 in anything, I will gain the base experience for rank 5. If I'm rank 6, 2 hits will be required. But since everybody at this point is mostly rank 5, like Furion is rank 5, I believe, or rank 6 now, and Beaver is rank 5. So they both got at least the base experience from that fight, which is very good because I want Furion to get Piplup, sorry, Piplup to have all the experiences as much as possible here, so I can actually land hits with those swords whenever I need. And if you notice, yes, bosses can ambush you for whatever reason.
But Borgin, I mean, has pretty much no HP, so the ambush from him doesn't really matter.
He doesn't hit you for any damage. It's like 20 damage at most, I think. His crit is barely over 30 damage.
Yeah,
But Borgin,
I don't
for
know-
whatever reason, is
I don't
still
know
rank
how
5.
God,
Yeah.
I don't know how Borgin got his position in the army.
It's you won't meet another Borgin in a chest later, or anything. But here we have a booby trap by Borgin that is triggered, and it is a boulder that's running down a set of stairs. And Joseph is just taking a quick nap. He's just taking a nap. We're just gonna leave him there.
Chat, you remember earlier when I said, "Oh no"? Anyway,
Yeah, he's all right. Don't worry. He's still with us somewhere.
whenever a character takes a nap in this game, they just completely vanish.
So I will go back to hitting with everybody in the snowfield. The snowfield is this this particularity that every enemy, most enemy is rank 2, and their drop table for money for gil is fairly high. It can drop from I think 18 up to 300 gil per enemy, and we need as much money as possible right now. So the more 300, 150 that you see, the better.
So yeah, the thing with FF2 is it starts off as boxing simulator, just to get all of the unarmed levels in order to deal the damage. But now, we've changed the title of it to The Quest for More Money.
Yeah, so at this point I will start running from enemies again because we're back on the field, and the field has terrible money drop. Most of it is single digit or double digit, like 30, but there's some chances that you get a high one, like 75. But we don't want that. We really don't care. We probably have enough money here. I want to say I don't want to jinx it. So I'm going to buy another Life Tome, a Warp Tome, and 2 Teleport. So this will be enough for the entire run, I believe. And I will start selling. I'm not going to start selling Joseph's stuff. You know, it's not like he's being used or anything. I'm gonna buy a few potions here, up to. Okay, there we go. So I need about 400 gil here, and I need to be very careful because you need to buy an airship trip to Cashmon Keep. And if you're not careful, you might actually buy a trip to somewhere else, and you might run out of money. And the other way to get there is, well, walking. Very, very nice way of going wherever you want. So it cost 400, but I left 500 just in case I click too quickly.
Yeah,
I don't know why I would do that.
accidentally-
It's not like I've ever done that.
You can accidentally purchase a nice one-way ticket to Bafsk.
I mean, at least Bafsk isn't too far away from Kashuan.
That's true. It's still quite a bit away.
A lot of walking, though.
Yes.
And one thing to keep in mind is you'd also get encounters during that, so it would result in a massive time loss.
Yep.
So I did not get a lot of antidotes, so I'm crossing my fingers here.
I need you to get
think I only
poisons.
got a few. Please don't say that.
Look,
I might actually need to restuck on that in a bit, but that's okay. As long as the only thing I need right now is to not get poisoned too many times all the way to Lamia Queen. Lamia Queen is my last time for shopping. Did I? Okay, I actually attacked with Gordon. Gordon is very good, by the way. If you didn't notice, he did a big zero damage. So Gordon, I believe in this game is the brother of Scott, the the 500 guy that we saw earlier,
Yes, he is Scott's brother.
and is very, very, very bad. But he's good at one thing: taking hits and running. Since at this point Gordon has the highest agility of everyone, and in this game, agility is everything. And I said that literally everything revolves around agility. So the number of ambushes, your speed in battle, your evasion, everything revolves around having as much agility as possible.
Chances to
That's
block
why
as
during
well.
this run I will block, or I guess in this case parry, because we don't have shields on the characters. Parry will get my evasion up, but it's not very used because we're going to get hit a lot, and enemies later will most likely one-shot everybody, since we are not going to grind HP. The HP you see here is most likely going to be the HP we have all the way through the run, which is barely over 200 for Beaver and 100 for the other two.
I got a little lucky on Piplup's HP, but Maria is sitting at a nice cool 100.
She
Yeah,
is at
113 on my side. That's good. That's fine.
Sorry, Celeste.
Celeste will get my recommendation if she's able to survive this entire thing with 100 HP without taking too many hits, you know.
Survive is a bit of a promising term.
Speaking of survival, welcome to the next boss fight, the Red Souls. These guys, they're fun in air quotes because they absorb pretty much every element in the game except for physical damage.
They absorb everything except one magic, which is Holy. Since Holy is a non-elemental damage, is the only spell that can actually deal damage to them. Alright, so now we use the Goddess Bell to gain access to Cashwan Keep. And in Cashwan Keep, we got the Eagle Torch, which is used to grab the Sunfire. And if you're not careful, the Sunfire is actually located in the entrance of Cashwan Keep. And it's not like I've, went to the Dreadnought, sometimes forgetting the Sunfire behind. Having to, walk through the entire desert or anything. But yeah, if you forget about it, you have to walk the entire desert all the way up, and that's very bad because the desert has enemies that are, I believe, rank 4, rank 3 or 4.
They're rank 4.
And most of them will one-shot you almost.
And if
they don't one-shot you, you get paralyzed.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up too, because the antlions are going to be in that desert as well. But there's also a fun little way to get around and not have to worry about encounters as well. And that would be the Chocobo Forest.
Yeah, the Chocobo in this game, first time you ever see a Chocobo actually in a Final Fantasy game. It is probably the only time you'll ever see one as well in this game. There's another route that's another runner used that takes the Chocobo to the Colosseum, but I believe it is a bit too risky to use it this way. So, the pass we got earlier in Bath Sewers is used here to gain access to the Dreadnought. And now we need to make our way in the Dreadnought to destroy the engine. But first, we're going to make a pit stop in the first staircase here, stairway. We need to gain some sword in this chest,
This wouldn't be the Sleep Blade, would it?
No. Oh, no, definitely not. So, we also picked up an Antarctic Wind earlier in the run, and it is used here to pretty much one-shot everything in this chest, or nearly everything. Sergeant has a lot of HP, but yes. So, okay, that's good. I got a Berserk Tome. Berserk Tome is the best drop for money that you can get in this fight, which sells for a lot, but can also be used in a fight to make the fight easier. Also, I'm getting Piplup is gonna kiss the floor here for a second. So these bombs are another level higher than the previous Snow Cave, and these one will definitely kill anything in one hit if they explode. So the least we see, the better.
You may have noticed.
But yeah, I did get the Sleep Blade in the chest. The Sleep Blade has a debuff that puts enemy to sleep, like its name says. So as long as I hit an enemy, the enemy will be permanently put to sleep.
Yes, and you may.
I will say I need you to see more grenades.
Grenades are mines.
Yeah, I think you mean mines. Oh no! Please no! Please no! Oh God!
So you may notice that the self-destruct levels keep going up based upon the tier of the enemy itself. That will go all the way up to, if I remember correctly, 7 with the bombs. But those levels actually cap at 16, as you saw with the Antarctic Wind. That ended up using Ice Storm 16. And
did you just use the Life Tome on Gordon?
You didn't see nothing.
Ah, you have eternally cursed the remainder of your run.
No, since I got the Berserk Tome, yeah, now Gordon is useful. Thanks for cursing this run.
Oh boy.
So yeah, so I have to use Life Tome on Gordon, but that's okay. There's a different way I could do things from now on, and I will, since I have the Berserk Tome, I will definitely buy a lot more Ethers, and Phoenix Downs, which will make Beaver the main healer permanently of this run. But that's okay. It is not a terrible thing. Having 2 life is safer, but as long as you get, can I just run, and not having Venom on me? Thanks. But yeah, so having 2 life is safer. But if you have 1, that's fine too. It's not the worst thing. I guarantee you. Don't be scared by one life.
I mean, I'd be more scared of Gordon having life.
It's just, Gordon is only used for a couple segments, 2 segments, and after that you permanently lose the life thing on him. But as long as he's here, I can use life and actually save on MPs. Since I would give life to either Celeste or Piplup, but I think at this point, I don't have that luxury anymore.
Never gonna forgive you for making Gordon useful.
I'm seeing a lot of mines. It's not a very nice sight, It could be worse. It could always be worse.
It could be ambushes.
Yes, I had two prints. I think on
like it.
mines. Yeah,
gosh.
that's very nice. I love it. Wait, did you actually get mines?
I'm not even in
Please
Dreadnought
don't-
yet.
no.
I had to reset like 3 or 4 times
Oh,
because Beaver got targeted numerous times inside the snow cave.
Snow Cave.
So here
Yeah.
comes the Chocobo movement again to the Dreadnought on Ice's side. So,
I'm sweating right now because I only have 1 life, and it's very stressful.
nah, you got this, Deln. You'll be fine.
The only thing I really ask for is the 15k drop on Lemmy Queen. Please don't curse me.
You're gonna, you're gonna get the diamond armor.
Thank you.
Since you just asked for
I
the
wish I would get the ring
15k.
instead. I just want the ring, the ring
There
that
we
will
go.
protect me.
Now you're gonna get the 15k. Ask for the worst drop, and you're gonna get the 15k.
See, this is fine. This is fine. 2 people getting punched down to the ground. That's fine. So I got enough potions to get through the Dreadnought. I got a lot of potions, mostly for this section, because this section can be very brutal.
Yeah.
Especially this room. This room is very large. And quick saving is definitely recommended. So far, we haven't seen why.
Not only is that room large,
I just got
but
a Berserk term as well.
Yo, nice. Not only
very
is the
nice.
room large, but it's also a
I got a Berserk
massive
and a
maze.
Sleep Tome.
Can you get a lot of mines in this dungeon? Just asking.
No, I need you to get more so I can catch up.
As you say that, I got a mine encounter, but it was fine.
Heed my call, Square Enix.
So right now I am making my way through the last room of the Dreadnought, and this is the engine which I will throw the Sunfire. Not ask about the Sunfire, throw the Sunfire. So with the Sunfire in the engine, the Dreadnought is bound to explode and get destroyed. And who do we see again? We see the Dark Knight, which for some reason Celeste actually recognized the voice. No spoiler here.
No, none.
Yes. So now we got
Oh.
through the Dreadnought. Dreadnought being probably the worst dungeon in this game, outside of Jade Passage and Pandemonium.
And
Since
we-
you
we-
really don't have a
we-
lot
we-
of
we don't-
resources.
We don't talk bad about Pandemonium, okay? At least
Yes.
the game, at least the dungeon gives you a banger soundtrack.
I was about to say, best music in the game right there. But while we are watching the Dreadnought escape and Ice working on getting through the Dreadnought, host, you want to hit us with some donations?
All right. So now that we destroyed the Dreadnought, the early game is pretty much. I'm cutting it in some segments here. Sorry if I don't know if he was talking, but we
Sorry,
now
I had
cut
my mic
everything
muted
in
and I
half.
didn't realize it.
Oops.
Oh, sorry. All right, you can go ahead. I'll say it after.
I was just all right. We have $100 from Xanth99. He says, "Hopefully, Iceblue can get the blue dot. Thank you to everyone involved for putting this together for such a great cause." Back to you guys.
Thank you, Xanth. I appreciate that.
Yes. So the king is gonna take a nap. He's gonna take a nap. Don't worry about it. He's still there.
Remember the
You can
remember the
still-
catchphrase, chat. Remember the catchphrase.
You can still see him. You can still see him. Just
Maybe
think
like
about it
his
there.
imprint on the bed.
Maybe. So now after doing the Dreadnought, we go back to Altair, and the king is very ill. Obviously, the king is well, he's sleeping, and I almost did an oopsie. Now I'm gonna buy some fire tomes.
We did actually go over one of the key quality of life changes that they had, like as far as like encounter skipping and stuff.
The whole quick save function.
He has the quick save function. Quick save function, which allows you to save anywhere in the game, no matter where you are. Final dungeon, final floor, final
Well, that
tile.
and if you walk up a stair, like a set of stairs, or through a door on the same tile you're gonna take an encounter, it actually skips it.
That too, I did forget about that one as well.
I just want to say I failed to run 4 times there.
Yes.
4 times.
Yes.
You
Yes.
really don't see that anywhere.
Was that on a pack of
Why-
level 1 monsters?
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
jeez.
that's a classic move right there.
That is.
Chad, I may or may not be summoning, Deln to take as many ambushes and unrunnable encounters as possible. Okay, I promise.
You know, if you say that, the game will do otherwise. It will give me the best RNG.
I mean, speaking
You
of an
think?
encounter that's not going to be able to be runnable coming up, I mean, it's a Final Fantasy game. We're on a ship. Nothing ever happens when you're on a ship, right? Right? Yeah, I'm sorry.
No,
You know,
nothing.
as you say that, no, I actually got a preemptive on the pirates. So the pirates will not do a single hit.
Nope, because fire
Thank you,
Tome-
Ice.
Yeah, but you know what that
I-
means. You know what that means, though, later on, right? You're going to get ambushed by chimeras, bighorns, Malboros.
the Emperor.
The
Oh,
Emperor
yeah.
as the third battle.
Oh well, no. No,
That
you
is
say
my
you say that, but
favorite. That is my favorite ambush, is when you get ambushed by the Emperor 1, and you're just like, all right, cool, I love reloading my save and fighting the Emperor,
Yup.
the Royal Guards 3 more times.
Speaking of fighting stuff again.
yeah.
Yeah. Here's a
All
stun
right,
lock.
so this is where I have to make a decision on whether or not I want to Alt F4 the game or watch my character slowly die, and I'm going to make the executive decision to Alt F4. So I got ambushed by 5 stunners, and those have 100% stun chance. And Piplup has armor on, which will make him take way less damage, and we'll be sitting there for like a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, if you remember back to the beginning of the run with the Ancient Sword, how that as well as the Sleep Blade both inflict their status ailments 100% of the time, the enemies do the exact same thing. Their status ailments will be inflicted 100% of the time. It's painful.
Yes. To catch up on the the run, I got as soon as the king went to sleep, I had to find a way to make my way to the Dragoon Island of Deist, and with that, I actually tried to hire a pirate ship, which is commandeered by Layla here. And by fighting the pirates, she actually agrees to join you in your quest. And with that, Layla has an insane amount of agility. I believe at base agility is about 35, maybe 30, 35.
Yeah, her
And
agility.
now I gave her the thief gloves and the gold hairpin, which has on top of that 20 agility. So she is the fastest character in my party by now.
Is it 15 on the Thief's Gloves and 10 on the hairpin, or not 10, 5 on the hairpin if I remember correctly?
Everything is 10 agility.
Okay, that's the one part I can never remember for sure. But yeah, it makes her agility absolutely absurd. You're going to be running away from most of these encounters, if not all of them, unless it is one that you can't run away from. But there was a quality of life thing with the Pixel Remaster that there aren't unrunnable encounters, if I remember correctly, for this game. I don't think any of them have unrunnable encounters, as a matter of fact. Some just end up being more difficult to run from than others due to agility values.
Yeah, so most of the enemies have an agility stat, but it doesn't tell you what it is. So at this point, it's safe to assume that it could be 25.
We just
30.
assume that every enemy in the game has 99 agility.
Yes.
And you've only
that would explain the amount of ambushes that we get.
And you've only got a 1% chance to run away. Good luck.
Yes. So now I made my way to the island of Deist, and I talked with the keywords that I had gained earlier on Gordon, which allows me to talk to the wyvern dragon.
It's the wyvern.
You could call him, yeah.
Your Majesty. Oh no.
Anyway.
You're able to talk to them, and the wyvern gives you an egg, and your goal is to bring that egg all the way down the Deist cavern to put it in the fountain at the very bottom to have a chance, to save the wyvern lineage, since the other wyvern is the last wyvern alive. So now we are back in the dungeon again. The dungeon, this one is very, very, very brutal with the damage. It has a lot of enemies that can stun, and it has some enemies that can put some cool shade on your characters, like this.
Everybody loves the cool shades.
Yes. So everybody is stunned except Celeste. Oh, now Celeste is stunned. I could actually Alt F4, but I made my way a little bit too far for that, so I will try like this. I gave it a chance and I took it, and I actually made my way outside of this encounter by chance.
I forgot to go buy the fire tomes. Whoopsies.
That's okay. This is another encounter you don't want to see. Yellow Souls, they deal about 20-25 damage to your party, which, as you can see, is not very nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of
So this
chip
is
damage.
The problem. The problem with the
Yes.
Souls encounter is that AoE spells take very, very, very long to like go through the animation frames, and getting like an encounter of like 6 or 5 of them is just such a detrimental time loss.
On top of that, the damage from the spells when you actually get dropped down to one character, it's increased fairly significantly. And if Deln were to be dropped down to just Layla or just Beaver there, then there's no way either of them would have survived another cast of the Fire 5 spell.
Yes, as pointed by Foresight there, this game, compared to the other version, has, well, every encounter is runnable except a very few amounts, which makes this version the best version to run.
Hey, Ice, you're on a boat again. Nothing's gonna go wrong, right?
I'm on a boat. Oh, look, I got ambushed by the pirates.
Well, it was bound to happen at some point.
Remember, chat. Never talk smack about your opponent.
So I'm making my way now in making my way through this fight, which is the Chimera's fight. Thankfully, I did not get. Oh, is this going to work?
Did not get ambushed.
Okay,
there.
yes, 4 warped. There we go.
Oh, you got a 4 warper? Oh,
Yeah.
4 for 4 on the
I'm
Chimera.
never gonna talk smack about your run ever again.
What I want to know is why I didn't get ambushed by them. It's a classic way for me to go through a marathon run. Is always getting ambushed.
That's because I said something. I'm gonna get the ambush.
So to explain the Chimera's fight really quickly, I used an item called the Sage Wisdom, which boosts your intelligence. No, it's intelligence all the way to 99, which makes your spells have a much higher accuracy. And since I used a warp tome, it actually warped, or had a high chance of warping everyone. It is possible that you might not be able to warp any of them. You know, you can still warp 0. That's still possible. But it was used to warp everyone and finish the fight as quickly as possible.
Yeah, so the way
And it is the way to beat this fight.
so the way
Sorry, go for it.
Yeah, so the way that works is the spells in and of themselves, your white magic spells are going to be based off of the spirit stat, whereas the black magic spells are going to be based off of the intelligence stat. And on top of that, each level adds a specific value to its accuracy, but there's even more value added to the accuracy based upon whichever stat is used with the corresponding spell. In the case of Warp, it was the intelligence. Since the Sage's Wisdom was used with it being 99, it more or less puts it at a 50% accuracy just right there at level 1. But with it being level 5 from the tome, it puts it to about 65 to 70%, which doesn't seem like much of an increase, but in a fight like that where you do have all 4 of those chimeras and they have the potential to use the blaze ability, getting all 4 of them out of there saves so much healing as well as alleviates the potential of death.
Very well explained. So now during this part of the game, it doesn't tell you where to go. It just tells you to go to Dazed Island, which you go there and grab, or not grab, but actually put the egg in the fountain to save the wyvern lineage. And after that, normally you could go back to Altair and speak to Ilda or speak to NPCs that would tell you where to go, or put you in a direction, right? But since we know where to go at all time, I'm gonna make my way right now to the tropical island, which is a section where you would not normally be there at this point. And I will go there to grab the item called the Black Mask, which is used to gain access to the Missing Tower later. So it's kind of a way of doing it in a different order. It's not the intended order, but since we're here, might as well grab it.
Yeah, the game wants you to go and like speak to multiple NPCs to figure out where to go after Dice Island. But you can actually kind of just skip a good bit of all that just by knowing exactly where to go.
Yeah, and
It is also one of the hardest fight too, I think, if you're not able to teleport the enemies in one round. They hurt
Are you
a
talking
lot.
Bighorns?
Big horns, yeah.
yeah, bighorns
Yeah.
and even the lower tier ones, the wild horns, they still hurt a lot. But there also is something else that should be mentioned with warp, as well as coming up here in a moment, teleport, and that's the element of both of those spells themselves. They're not any normal element like you would expect. Like you would normally have fire, ice, lightning, the holy element, so on and so forth. But with warp as well as teleport, these spells follow the matter element, and there's nothing in the game that is immune to the matter element outside of, I believe, the souls, if I remember correctly.
The golems
Did you just
are
get a
also
teleport?
immune to that. Yes.
Oh yeah,
I'm
the
just never
golems
gonna.
are. Thank you, Don.
So, like I said, the matter. Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
I was gonna say I'm just never gonna talk smack about your runs ever again. I shine all the good graces and good RNG to you.
No, Ice, I think that one happened because I was leading into the whole matter element explanation.
Yeah, it's just to add a little bit to that. There's some enemies in the game, like the flames and also the golem family, that can withstand the matter element, which is instant death and everything, like teleport, warp, everything that would normally put the character out of fight. Also, I want to point out that right now, right after doing that fight, we are coming up on probably my favorite fight the whole game on the entire game. Probably Iceblue's favorite fight as well.
The best
The
fight.
the Lamia Queen here.
Forsyth's
The
favorite
Lamia
fight.
Queen is yeah. So I equipped the Sleep Blade. Oh, I actually didn't put my equipment on Furion, but that should be okay. Furion should still be a little bit faster than Lamia Queen. I'm just saying. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then whatever. So Furion is the Sleep Blade and the Ancient Sword. Now I want to actually hit both of them on the first round. And if it happens, the fight is mostly won. I say that mostly won, but it's never for certain. So I missed both of them on round one. Furion is to the ground, so this fight is pretty much over already. Well, it is not over just yet. There's a chance. Oh, never mind.
Now
So
it's
she
over.
casts Blink as well. Yeah. So I'm just
I'll
going
have you
to.
know. I'll have you know, I didn't get ambushed by the chimeras, and I got a 4 warp.
Let's go. So I'm not gonna make that mistake again. I'm going to remove everything from her and put the appropriate item on Furion. Piplup here.
Yeah, this fight is
So-
one of those huge times that you really need Piplup to hit, because with the 100% effectiveness of the curse status as well as the sleep status, it makes this fight so much easier.
So how many attempts do you think I will have here
What are you on right
before
now?
I
3?
actually get through? 2.
to.
Yes. All right.
I think you got it this turn.
This.
I think
Uh-oh.
I think you're gonna have
Uh-oh.
your winning attempt on the next one.
Yeah, the is right. It's not good. This is could be better. Could be better.
Chat, I may or may
So
not have
that's-
slid the Lamia Queen some extra money.
I mean, you know,
All right,
we
so
should have
attempt
did.
number two.
you know she's gonna
we
come
should,
back to bite you.
Who, me? Oh, I already know.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to quick save because I
Speaking of
don't
money,
know
do we
what's
have
gonna
a-
happen. Yes, you have time until this fight is over.
Yeah, go for it on donations.
Perfect. Wonderful. We have $5 from Tokuhiro, who says, looking forward to see my favorite runners down in Iceblue soon. We have $10 from Zero Classic Gamer Zero, who says, good luck, Ice and Down, and thank you for this race to support a great cause.
Yo, thank
We
you all.
also have $100 from Amniel, who says, I'm a first-time volunteer at RPG Let Break. In honor of that, shout out to all the good people working behind the scenes to put on this wonderful event. Thank you for that 100.
Okay, I actually hit Curse on round 1 and hit Sleep on round 2. Lamia Queen should be asleep for at least 3 rounds, enough for me to actually beat her like this.
I told you it was gonna be third
So
try
the
down.
hardest fight. I will never doubt you ever again, and I got the 15k. Alright, so you really want the 15k Gale drop here for a reason, because 15k is better than item drops. The items she drops are worth about 4k
3
at
to
most.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah, anywhere between
Yeah,
3 to
it's really
5k.
nothing. And since we got the Berserk Tome, we can sell Berserk Tome to gain a lot of items. And this is probably the last time I will ever buy items because of that. If you don't get the drop, there's another thing you can get, an elixir later to get the money needed for this. I need to be careful not to sell something I don't want to sell here. So I'm gonna buy 99 eye potions, a lot of antidotes and eye drops. I'm gonna buy a few crosses, probably 8 of them, and a bunch of needles, at least 15. Amnesia, you want to cure amnesia later on, if you have it. If you don't have it, that's fine. I'm gonna buy a few ethers and Phoenix Down, and that should be enough for the entire run. If I'm not lucky, then that's what happens.
Amnesia is a nasty status ailment.
Yes.
Nice quad teleport
actually-
ice.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
It's treating me with respect right now, and I'm thankful for it.
Until you get to Lamia Queen.
Oh yeah, Lamia Queen's
Lamia
gonna
Queen's-
make sure
Six
that I
six
eat my
attempts
words
for you.
there. 6 attempts? Okay.
I'm gonna go with 3 again.
Is that good? So, as I said earlier, going through the desert is really dangerous, and this is why enemies in this section will stun you a lot. If they land a hit,
Yeah,
you'll
they're-
most likely get.
Yeah, they're rank 4,
Especially from the
so
Alliance.
they hit very hard at rank 4.
That was really lucky.
That was
3 stun
extremely
and-
lucky. So keep in mind that Beaver in this party, as it stands right now, has very low agility, but was still able to run away from those. If he hadn't run away, that more than likely would have ended as a stun lock.
Yes. So
Oh,
we're
all right, I'm
already
coming
on
up
to
on
the
the
next.
Lamia Queen.
Good luck, or not so good luck. 6 attempts.
We'll see how your Lamia
No,
Queen
try it.
goes. And Deln has entered the Colosseum, where Princess Hilda is being offered as a prize, but in order to rescue Princess Hilda as the prize, Deln must first beat the behemoth.
Very nice.
Perfect.
So I'm going to switch here to the wing sword. As soon as you curse the enemy, the wing sword deals a lot of damage and makes the fights a lot faster.
Beautiful behemoth fight, Deln.
Yes, no hits from the behemoth. I will gladly take that.
All right.
First round
Okay,
curse and
that's-
sleep.
Celeste got confused, but immediately popped out of it. Uh-oh. Furion's confused.
Piplup is confused. That's not good. Didn't break out of confuse. That's even worse.
So you remember this character here, Paul. Paul was in Seventhfall earlier, and was in the same room as all the prisoners, or the people that were in Seventhfall working for the Empire.
All right, that's
And
one.
Now, and what?
That's
Oh,
one.
the attempts. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It was a
Round
valiant
2
attempt.
coming.
So Paul is. Yeah, we'll see.
I'd like to point out that Furion has absolutely like atrocious like accuracy versus enemies, but when Furion or Piplup gets confused, oh, you could bet the game gives Furion 100 accuracy against hitting you.
Yeah, it's unfair, the accuracy change, because it's like, oh, you're thanks for the ambush game. It's like, oh, you're attacking yourself? Well, you're gonna hit regardless.
All right, my
just wanna point out,
second
this is
attempt
a
started
fight
with
for
Lamia
us.
Queen. The second
Ambush?
attempt started with Lamia Queen ambushing me.
I'm getting ambushed by a lot of parasites here, and this is a fight you don't want to get ambushed by, because parasites, every hit they do will drain your MP by 1. And, less MP equals less chances of reviving someone. And that's defeat.
All right.
That happens when you fail to run away.
Yeah, the parasites have the MP drain on their attack, and if I remember this right, it's 1/10 of what your maximum MP is that gets drained.
Yeah, 1/10.
But Lamia Queen attempt number 3. Come on, Furion, do the thing.
Oh, that was 2 encounters. 2 encounters going
Come on,
back
open your
from-
eyes.
Open your eyes.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, Furion.
That's fine. Maria just punched. Oh, there goes Furion. Ah.
The game will not give you that hit because you keep calling him the wrong name.
To be fair, I've been at fault for it.
it's funny because like Furion has sword 6 right now.
As you can see,
While,
now you see why yes, go for it. Go for.
I was just gonna say real quick, while Iceblue works on these 6 attempts for Lamia Queen, if I could just jump in and make a quick announcement. If you want more RPG Limit Break, we have more for you. We have added a run to the schedule. So coming up after this, we have added Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade, the Intermission DLC. It's a new game plus hard race between the Cid and Steamed Hams with Cheese with an estimate of 45 minutes. So stay tuned for that after this.
You'll definitely want to watch that. Attempt number 6. Thanks,
Is it actually
Piplup.
number 6?
No, I think it's 4. No, it's 4.
So I'm still not out of the desert. I actually got wiped 3 times so far, I think. Which doesn't happen very often.
Ice, you've gotten so lucky on that just to be able to... There's the sleep!
Oh, yes. On attempt number 6, thank you, game. So at least hitting sleep ensures that you get a few rounds of Is
I
Ice
think Ice is muted.
I think Ice lost voice.
Might have been a local mute that happened.
Is microphone has some issues sometimes.
Yeah.
It is possible that his mic is actually acting.
Hey, that could be the case, but fourth try, Lamia Queen's down for Ice, and now Deln, I believe you are climbing Castle Finn in order to fight some guy up here that's commanding the army.
Gotos.
Like I said, some guy up
Gotos
here that's commanding the army.
So Gotos is the general. I guess you can call him a general. That he's pretty much holding Castle Finn. Well, actually, not holding. He's the boss that we have to defeat to liberate Castle Finn. And I just missed Ancient Sword hit on him, so it will take a few more.
Y'all hear me now?
Yes, welcome back, Ice.
Yes, you're good.
Sorry. Microphone technical difficulties.
I figured your mic kind of decided to go, I'm going to have issues. I didn't see. Did you get the 15k drop from Lamia Queen?
I did.
Perfect.
So hopefully I get a Bashu's wine drop from this one, or a Ripper. Okay.
The Ripper's not
So
bad.
the Ripper dagger is okay. It's 4,000 gil, I believe. So
Yeah, I think
it's not
4,000 is
very-
right.
not very useful, I'm gonna say. I'd want the Bashu's wine if possible, else I don't need what they give me. So now we need to... This is where they tell you that you need to find the 2 masks to gain access to Mysidian, or Mysidian Tower, in this case. It tells you that the white mask is inside of Castle Finn somewhere. But we already know where we're going. We also got the black mask already, so we don't need to go look for that.
Yeah, when the sailing from Daist was happening, that's when both Ice and Deln ended up going to get the Black Mask. And now, after learning the keywords Ekmet Teloes, that then allows a passage to be opened into the back of Castle Finn in order for the White Mask to be retrieved. Now, the White Mask will end up being used here in a little bit in the town of Mysidia, which was also talked about, to freeze a doppelganger that the Black Mask will be put on in a dungeon in order to obtain the actual item that's needed to access the Mysidian Tower.
Lore, by the way.
Yeah, massive lore dump right there.
I am having some really good luck here. Celeste is doing what she does best, get hit by everything.
I mean, to be fair, you really haven't been ambushed too terribly much either. This has been very, very good so far.
I'll say this is better than my usual marathon runs. Green Souls are... Well, they're not evil. They don't want to hit you. They actually heal you.
Yeah, they cast...
Yeah, they're very
actually
generous.
I could go and not actually, get anything they want to give me. I don't want it.
Is it Cure 6 that they cast, or was it Cure 5?
I believe it is Cure 6.
So guess who has 2 thumbs and got ambushed by Behemoth?
Is it you?
How'd you know?
I don't know.
Ambushed
Lucky
by
guess.
Yep. That's a. I don't think I would have guessed better than that. All right, now we got the white mask. In this one, we cannot teleport out, so we have to actually go up to the teleport pad. Squarenix, please fix this.
I mean,
Fix this bug. Thank you.
It still counts you as being within Castle Finn, which technically in and of itself is a safer zone, but it's also split into 2 different zones because it has the dungeon. And it kind of falls under the logic of one of the later Final Fantasies in the series, FF4, where you can't exit out of certain places because of that. Via the...
We talking about Castle Baron?
Yep. At least that's my theory behind why you can't cast teleport to just get out of there.
Right. So
Yeah,
I'm making my
I
way
think the
up to
logic
Cydia.
is.
Oh no.
I think just the logic is just you can't teleport out of a safe town castle area. Oh, I did not mean to attack those.
Please get into town of thank you. So at least this is a little town with no encounters, so I can read a little bit easier. So I'm gonna put the white mask on this statue, and doing that allows me to actually use the black mask on an NPC or a statue that will make it disappear. If I don't put the white mask here, it will not work.
Yeah, the doppelganger will not be frozen in place in order for the black mask to be placed on its face, which is what will ultimately cause it to disappear.
So as you saw right there, the group of 6 green birds. This is a nice encounter. The enemy is nice and everything, but you don't want to get attacked by that. And I have this little thing called petrification that they do on hit. And unlike FF1, there's no percentage to attack a character more often than another, so they will definitely hit all 4 of your party members if they really want to.
If you happen to be a subscriber to RPG Limit Break, whenever you see those come up, feel free to post your RPG jerk birds, because these birds are jerks.
I'm loving this ambush raid in the desert here.
Yeah, you're
You're
having
life.
fun.
Okay, Piplop's gonna just casually take this beating. It's okay, everybody. He's okay. We reloaded the save.
So I got a bit of time here going through the Mystian Cave.
Yeah, there's not going
to be much happening outside of being getting encounters and anything.
Got time for me to jump in with a donation or two?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yes, you do.
All right, we got a good one here. We got $50 from Forsyth, who says, "Here's the 50 gil that I promised to the Lamia Queen to slow you both down. I guess she doesn't need it now. Sorry, not sorry."
Thanks, Forsyth.
Forsyth, don't make me link that clip of you like walking outside of Finn and just getting immediately death spelled.
Yeah, that's a good one. Classic right there.
You can do some more, by the way.
Sure, sounds good. We have $10 from Awu Inu, who says, "Final Fantasy 2 Pixel Remaster hype." We also have a $10 donation from Valdercorn, who says, "Time for a $5 train? I'll take 2 tickets." I like where your head's at, Valdercorn. Let's get that going. $5 train, make our way to 50K tonight.
$5 trains are great. Make them happen.
We also have a $25 donation from Synthpop is back with no comment. Thank you so much for your donation. We have a $50 anonymous donation with no comment. We appreciate that donation very much. Any amount, anonymous or named, we appreciate every single donation, and they're going to a wonderful cause. So thank you.
All right, at least my Godos fight's gonna go okay.
Well, my Yesida cave is going fine right now. It could be worse, you know, but I don't want it to be. I've only had one fight, actually, make that two, where I have had being ambushed by enemies.
I was about to say.
It's not the. No, go for it.
I was about to say, you said something about your Masidia cave going just fine, and then suddenly an ambush.
Maybe I should stop saying, you know, bad thing.
No,
I should stop
Keep-
saying
keep-
good thing. I should stop. I will stop saying good thing about this run around. So this is a pretty terrible missing cave, as you can see. I need you to
keep talking good about it, so it gives you the impression that it's going to be very generous.
I am not going to actually. I'm kind of. I really want to say it, but I don't want to at the same time. This run is good. That's all I'm going to say. This run is really good. Please don't
I
get
hope
me
you're ready for a
right at the end.
13-minute. I hope you're ready for a 13-minute pandemonium.
Only 13?
Oh well. Yeah, 13 minutes pandemonium is really bad. Like I only know one person that actually got that. And he's not in this voice chat right now.
Ideally, you're looking for a sub-6 pandemonium.
But we won't see Pandemonium for quite a while. But what we did just get from the cave in Masidia is the Crystal Rod, which is the key to open up the Masidian Tower. And at this point in the story, we're still on a quest to seek the Ultimatome, which lies within the Masidian Tower. And in order to get in the Masidian Tower, both of the masks had to be collected, and then the Crystal Rod obtained. But as you know with Final Fantasy, when you're going towards an objective, nothing goes wrong, right? Right?
No, not at all.
It's not like Lamia
Yeah.
Queen just drove that, you know.
I mean,
The Ultimatome is like pretty useful, right?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely using it.
I mean, it's got cool animations.
I will definitely throw it. Just because I can.
So are we in agreement to use it on the Emperor?
Yes.
Just
Oh.
use the tome itself.
Yeah, you don't need to learn it. Just throw the tome and show the power of Ultima in this game. Oh, please.
What power? It's totally not.
The power of Hoodoo.
Yeah.
Don't start to jinx this. We have enough jinx as it is.
No.
You still have 7 dragons
you
to get. Don't forget about that.
Would you say it was the babe with the power?
Oh, jeez.
And if you don't, all right, come on, Deln. I'm getting disappointed in you.
I'm not saying anything, okay?
You're missing
time I say something,
every
I don't-
reference. You're missing every reference I'm throwing at you here.
I'm
Chat,
trying
can
not
I get
to,
some like audible?
get white.
Can I get some audible groans for Deln?
Mm. So, I just lost Layla while entering Leviathan here, and also gained access to another nice character named Rickard.
Mr. Ricard Highwind.
Yeah, Rickard is the last dragoon alive in the game. I'm also going to remove a certain sword from Piplup. Almost said his name there. I don't want to get jinxed. Okay. So giving the sleep blade to Rickard makes him he has higher accuracy to start. His accuracy with the sleep blade is about 64%, I believe, something around that.
That
He
sounds
actually
about right.
He actually opens his eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you pretty much never miss a sleep hit.
And on top of that, his spear skill starts off fairly high anyway. And he comes equipped with a flame spear and a golden shield. Golden shield we really don't care about all that much, but that flame spear on the other hand, that's some delicious damage that it does.
So
Yes,
ideally,
there's
you
a
actually want to
few
put
enemies that are weak to that.
ideally you want to put the sleep blade on Ricard as his main hand, because in this game, like when an enemy's asleep, you actually have a much higher hit chance. And we want to be able to hit these ancient blade hits and sleep blade hits.
Yep. So I am making my way through Messina Tower. On my side is going to be about 10 floors of non-stop fights with enemies that confuse and give me a really bad time.
Yeah, the imps have confuse, they have blink,
Poison touch.
poison touch from the werewolves. There very well may be boulders thrown by the bosses in here. Fire.
Oh, yeah, Boulder 9 is fun.
Yeah, fire, ice, lightning.
Yeah.
It's all sorts of fun and a lot of pain.
But the good thing is you get access to a very powerful sword here, which is the Ice
I thought you were going to say a
Blade.
spell.
I mean, the spell too. The spell. We're definitely using it. I'm saying I'm going to use it. I will. I will
Yeah,
show you
we'll
the
use
power
it.
of ultimate. Oh, and I got ambushed by the fire. I guess with Boulder 9. Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
It's our favorite ability, Boulder 9.
So
We don't know
yeah,
what happened to the
it's that-
first 8 boulders, but Boulder 9.
The first 8 boulders were just small pebbles. Boulder 9 is heave ho, giant stone.
Well, that happened. So that will be a little bit of a slow fight.
It still worked out fairly well.
It's okay.
Though.
Yeah, the moment I hit the boss with sleep, the fight is pretty much over.
Yeah. So,
Also,
As goes for every other boss fight.
yeah, because to reiterate,
Maybe I should pay attention.
the
Oh boy.
the status blades, being the sleep blade and the ancient sword, they have a 100% hit chance with their status ailments. So if a hit is landed on an enemy, they will be inflicted with curse or sleep depending upon which weapon is used.
Right, I almost missed doing this. So I'm going to give the Ice Brand to Rickard. Rickard has a much higher sword level than Piplup does. And nice little petrification there on Beaver. Thankfully, I do have some Gold Needle.
Love you, basilisks. Best enemy in the game, except they're not.
Second boss, we have the Ice Gygus.
I wonder if the ice guy gets
And this
going to open
will...
up.
with nothing, actually. It is... The Ice Gygus is
you
looking
got
at
it.
me, and it's so... Yeah. So I don't know what made the Ice Gygus not move there. I think the Ice Gygus was too impressed by my sword skills. And decided to just not do anything.
If that's what helps you sleep.
I see what you did there, Ice. All right, so
All right, I picked up the crystal rod here, so I'm gonna make my way over to the Massidian Tower,
yeah,
where I'm gonna lose the best character in the game.
You don't actually lose it. I mean, she does disappear, but I think you still see her somewhere.
yeah,
She
ends
vanishes from my party, therefore we lose her.
She ends up going back to Castle Finn in some manner. We have no idea how. She just arrives there.
We don't question FF2.
I mean, questioning FF2
It's best if we don't.
falls under the problem of questioning any Final Fantasy. How does it all work?
Yes. So this is the last fight of the Massidian Tower. The Thunder Gaius, you would have guessed. Yes, they all have an element to them,
But Deln,
and
what's
just
the,
like the other.
what's the Thunder Gigas weak to though? Because we had the Fire Gigas who's weak to ice, and then the Ice Gigas who's weak to fire. What would make sense for Thunder?
The only
Boulder.
thing I know that is actually maybe Ultima. Who knows? No, actually, the only thing that is actually hurting him a lot is poison or scourge in this case. And there's only one place. Well, actually, I'm saying that, but there's multiple places you can get scourge. There's also a staff that you can grab right before that fight that gives you the attack Scourge 16, I think. I don't know if it's 16, but it gives you a really high level Scourge attack.
Yeah, it's. I don't remember for sure
Maybe
which
11.
level Scourge. I think it is 11. It.
Yeah,
Is
Regardless,
it 10 or 11, if I recall?
it deals a lot of damage to the Thunder Gigas if you just end up playing through this normally. You get the preemptive on the 7 imps and then end up dying to the Devil's Bloom. That's fair. That encounter is a
Plan
bad
said-
one.
Plants are really dangerous in this game, you know? Oh my god.
So, yeah,
This is fine, this is fine.
the Devil's
This is
Bloom.
fine.
Devil's Bloom has Confused Touch on him, and that's no fun to deal with.
Could be. I'm not gonna say it. It could be better.
Could be worse, could be better.
I will just move a few items around so I can have easier access to them.
All
I
right.
usually do that earlier, but sometimes you don't really need to.
So, Lice, how's that roundworm going?
It's asleep.
Sounds like it's going perfectly then.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so this is the end of Massidian Tower. There's a little character here that we meet. Minhu is there, and Minhu is also seeking the Ultima Tome, Ultima Spell, and is now using his entire power, life force to actually open the door. And
He's using a
we'll take
Kamehameha.
Yeah.
We'll take a quick nap.
I'm with you on that, Lore Ice.
Yes, quick.
So
And
Minhu
this
takes a
is how
quick nap,
Dragon Ball
and-
started.
Yeah. Oh wow.
All right.
So I'm going to grab the ultimate spell right away, and instead of going up into the teleporter, I will grab the bottom right and the bottom left gray crystal here.
You're going
And
safety
what it does
here.
is, it's not safety. It's actually better because you deal more damage with Guy and whatever and the other characters.
Because you get higher strength
It makes
and
the
higher
Emperor fight
agility.
better. Yep.
And it's what, +5 on those from those crystals?
10.
10, I believe.
Yeah, 10 on everything.
This game loves
It's
to give.
10 on
This
Yeah.
game
spring
loves to
usually.
give you 10. This
It's
game loves to give you 10 stats on things.
yeah, because
Yes.
I mean it's 5 times 2. Because there's a lot of stuff in FF1 that gives 5 for some reason. We're coming up
So
to...
I just hope nobody will pull a foresight here. Foreshadowing.
How you gonna do that to foresight? How you gonna do that to foresight like that?
I mean...
Hey, it might happen. It never happened to me ever, so it might be the first time. But
See,
yeah, we
and
go back
that's
to Castle
where you
Finn
don't
and,
say stuff like that.
Yeah. So back from Obsidian Tower, we grab the Ultimate Tome. We also go back to Finn to learn the keyword Cyclone, because the Cyclone just appeared north of Finn, but we cannot gain access to it. So what do? Well, we use the pendant we found earlier in Dace Cave on a magic mirror at the very top of the Finn Castle, which somehow makes the egg that we dropped earlier open up and release a wyvern.
So the way that actually happens is the lake that the egg was dropped into is actually the life spring, and the wyvern egg actually needed to be in the life spring in order to actually fully incubate the wyvern, so it could hatch out of the egg, come out of the life spring, and end up being fully grown, air quotes.
Yes, and with that we have access. Why? Yeah, with that we have access to the Cyclone now. But first, we are going into Paul's house and talking to him. You know, having some nice conversation, and we're just gonna take all of his items in this secret closet here,
which also has the best sword in the game. Say hello to the true in-game weapon of Final Fantasy II, the Blood Sword. The Blood Sword is extremely broken. It deals 1/16.
Very.
It deals 1/16 of an enemy's max HP as damage and returns that health back to the character that's wielding it. So if you have a character...
Per hit, by the way.
Yes, per hit. So if you get 16 hits, that's an instant kill unless the enemy's health cap is over 9,999.
What is happening here?
You're...
Okay, I thought they were actually going to use Death on me just because I said that earlier.
I was about to say,
You know,
you're not getting the ability to run away, so you're probably going to get death.
So,
Okay.
yeah, the Blood Sword, they're very broken, which you'll see why in a bit. It actually bypass defense completely.
Yeah,
You know, the enemies has 1,000 defense, doesn't matter. Absolutely does not matter anymore.
Yeah, to reiterate, it does a
Defense.
flat
Never heard of it.
It does a flat 1/16 of their health per hit. So 8 hits, that's half of their life gone.
So some people might have noticed earlier in the run that I picked up an item called the Slave Grass. And this is where we're going to use it. The Slave Grass cast a spell, little 16 sleep spell. And it is going to be used on the next boss fight that's coming up in a tiny bit. Also, I'm trying to pay attention to the enemy names when this fight starts, because, like this one, this fight pretty much makes it so you have to fight them. This fight is unescapable, sadly. And the only way to get through is to actually fight it, because this combination here is the only one that you'll find in this dungeon that is directly connected to the boss fight that is coming up, which is why it's unescapable. If you would see a Royal Guard group of 3, it would also be unescapable, but there is not. For some reason, it does not exist. And this is why we have to fight them. If we try to escape, it would just tell us that we can't escape. And it is the only enemy that prevents us from actually doing it. Oh, like this, you know, trying to escape when I don't want to. And the rate is 100% chance to Venom. Also.
Yep, since every weapon and every enemy attack that has a status ailment connected to it will have a 100% chance to hit. Due to this being before the patch was released that actually changed a lot of those statistics around.
That's good, though.
So
That's,
Minwu's about to hit the Kamehameha again.
Fire in the
I
laser.
am just about to enter the fight. Just about to enter the Emperor fight here. I'm going to place my character in a specific position here. Celeste is... Oh my god. Third time.
Well,
So I got another fight with this encounter.
that was great timing for some Royal Guards.
Honestly, yes. I don't like it because it eats up my antidotes.
I mean, you still have 6. Should be fine, right?
That's fine. So I'm going to start the fight here. The first round is going to be, you know it, 2 Royal Guards that we've fought 3 times before this. So this is going pretty well. You want to actually beat this fight in 2 rounds if possible without getting hit. The other one is, you know it, more Royal Guards, because why not? So the plus 10 strength and agility. Oh my. Okay, I gotta revive him real quick. Beaver hit the floor, and I'm going to heal with Celeste real quick and see if I can antidote Rickard before the next fight. I don't think I will. No. Okay, that's fine.
Now with the
So,
with the
Here's
agility.
the best fight, dude.
Oh gosh.
Here's the best fight. This... Oh, it was an ambush. Oh god. So this can happen.
No.
I forget which
That's
one.
fine. I will definitely attempt this real quick. I have a sleep breast. Sleep breast. I'm gonna give it a shot. It puts the Emperor and 1 guard to sleep. That's good. So I have at least 1 or 2 rounds of freedom here. Okay, that's good. I'm going to attack one of the guard. I'm going to revive and attack the golem. The golem is the only one I want to keep asleep because the golem is very, very bad.
The golem can one-shot
Emperor-
anybody.
Yeah, so Emperor should still be asleep. Actually, I'm gonna attack you, and you. So this should be done now. This should be perfectly done. Aced on the Emperor is fine. I don't care. So now the Emperor is asleep. So the fight is over.
And that's all thanks to the damage output from the Ancient Sword. On top of that, there's the Blood Sword doing what it does best, massive amounts of damage.
So this is why you get the sleep grass. So if you get ambushed, well, it can save you.
Yep.
So yeah, this is the end of the run, isn't it? Or is it?
I mean,
We kill the Emperor.
Hey, you beat the
so
game.
Is the game over? I
think-
mean, according to everything that's happening right now, the game is over, right? We're gonna celebrate this with a little dance.
I mean, I would imagine so. The Emperor's dead. That was the goal of the game, was to get rid of the Emperor,
Yep.
but
You did it. Sub 2. You beat the game.
Oh,
But just
Oh, yeah,
kidding.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is definitely not the end. Oh, or maybe we're definitely not going to see a guard show up
And then
or a messenger show up.
and then fall over to take a nap on the carpet of Finn.
Oh yeah, so the NPCs in this game they don't die; they just take a nap. Like this, he took a nap. He's kind of tired, you know.
Yep.
Gave us a message, went to sleep,
And
and now
That messenger had the best like role of like the entire game. Just run in, say, "Hey, the Emperor's back."
no. It was, hey, Dan's the Emperor now, and then fall back asleep.
Which is
Yeah,
honestly
so
it's kind of a mood.
Oh my, yeah, it is. I just thought about that.
Oh no, I got a Royal Guard too.
So we also meet Sid here, that was fighting to help us, you know, regain control of Finn earlier, and was injured and is now very sleepy. Goes to bed and falls asleep, and also gives us access to the airship. It's okay. He's not dead. He's just asleep. It's just like the guard fell asleep. You can use the airship and just took a quick nap.
So, while you're headed to grab the airship down, and
Yes.
while you're going through the cyclone ice, why don't we get some more donations? in?
Absolutely, go for it. Absolutely.
All right, I've got our $5 trains coming in pretty strong here. We have a $5 donation from Siswiv, who says Ice's ambush luck is high entertainment. We have a $10 donation from Jim Bowden with no comment. Thank you very much. We also have a $10 donation from Ceaselessly, who says 2 tickets for the $5 train, one for me and one for Emperor 2 if he ambushes at least one of the runners. Yes, keep those $5 donations coming in, guys, or $10 ones. A $10 donation gets you in for almost every prize available in this block, including the Pixel Remaster bundle. So keep those donations coming in, guys.
So, welcome to Castle Palamecia. This is where the Emperor was. As you probably noticed, the Colosseum's not too far from the castle itself. And the only way to enter was via the airship, because another lore thing, apparently Paul entered this castle via a kite. He strapped
I
himself...
forgot that was an actual thing.
He strapped himself onto a kite and flew in thanks to the wind. And that's your clue to take the airship over to the castle itself and just land it on the top.
I completely forgot that was a lore thing.
I honestly forgot too. I mean, that makes sense, right? I mean, you use an airship, you use a kite, that's fine, right?
Yeah.
I mean, both ways work.
I mean, if that's the case, could have used the Wyvern to just fly into here as well.
That's too
No,
logical.
I know.
That's not part of the lore. That's not part of the lore. Don't give any idea.
Right.
Don't make this too logical.
But if you remember Gatos from Castle Finn before obtaining the White Mask as well as liberating the entire town, yeah, he's back as a regular encounter here.
So yeah, one Gatos was special. Apparently not so special now, but so it's a recurring theme in this game that bosses are just normal enemies with some fancy music.
Deln, are we playing on like the same like RNG seed here?
I feel like I'm not having any good luck.
Well, because like I just hit like the sleep grass and I got the Emperor and then one Royal Guard here.
Well, as long as if you didn't get ambushed, then no, we don't.
Yeah, I didn't get ambushed.
Nice. So I'm just making my way through Castle Palamecia here so I can meet up the new Emperor, give him a handshake. And maybe get destroyed by this same enemy that destroyed me in the very beginning of the game. Why not?
Yeah.
He came back for the revenge. Revenge for what? I don't know. Maybe because they didn't finish the job.
Emperor 1 is down for me as well.
Alright, at least we didn't get wiped on it. Good stuff.
Oh boy, Death Flowers.
Oh,
Don't
man,
forget to use that ultimate tome.
I'm having the time of my life right now, if you didn't know.
Yeah, ambush or unable to run away from Death Flowers. You're just having a grand old time right now.
My favorite part of the game is when Ricard gets confused and hits himself with the blood sword, and then heals himself with the exact same amount of damage he does.
I love it when that happens.
It's like, oh no, he hit himself for 500. Oh, he healed himself for 500. Oh, okay.
We're not.
So
gonna...
the only reason why I'm actually taking a lot of kills like that is because I fail to run quite often. And when you fail to run in this game, it's bad time for everybody.
Catastrophic, basically.
Yeah, especially at this part of the game.
Yeah, I think everything is like rank 8 here.
7.
Or
7.
Yeah, not 8.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the best encounter to get an ambush on.
Oh, double general
2 generals.
encounter. Yeah, that double general encounter when it's an ambush, that is a lot of pain. And this is even worse.
Yep. They don't have stun. Thankfully, these don't stun.
No, but you got the birds.
The jerk birds were there.
That's okay. No.
All right,
okay.
chat. Everybody say
Closing
good
my
night to
eyes.
Sid.
Good night,
Everybody
Sid.
say good night to Sid.
Sid is taking a quick nap again. Sleeping on the job.
I mean, at least he's nice enough to leave the airship for us.
All right,
Oh,
I'd
that's,
like to point out that Sid is one of the rudest characters in this game. Like, he just enters someone's home and just like perishes on their bed.
Well,
I didn't.
yeah,
I didn't think he died though.
I'm having the best luck here.
You're having a
Didn't I tell you that?
beautiful time right now, Deln. Like
Oh yeah.
these Lamias
The
really
game is trying to
want
get
you.
me back.
Honestly, I would be surprised if that wasn't the case because it's literally giving me a wipe almost every 3 encounters right now.
The Lamias really want you to
cool.
stick around, but this time they
I don't
didn't.
want to be charmed though. I don't want to be charmed, please. I don't like you. I don't like snakes.
As you get 4
There
more.
we go. Yeah, just because we destroyed their queen, they're back for revenge.
So yeah, Dan ended up taking the throne, and suddenly there's an earthquake. This weird rift shows up, and oh hey, the Emperor's returned, but from the underworld, and now he's gonna destroy Palamecia and create pandemonium.
Can I say something that'll make both of you like audible groan and probably going to like kick me from the call?
Hit me with it.
So would you say that that's the Emperor's new groove?
No. God, no.
Ice, you should know how much I like bad puns like that.
There's bad puns, and then there's this.
there's bad puns and then there's
absolutely
ice.
deserve that because like right after I made that terrible joke, I got a failed run and almost wiped.
Yeah.
You got what you deserved. So now
Listen, but the Emperor,
we got
Emperor coming back. I've got a good donation here if you got a quick second.
Yeah, go for
Absolutely.
it.
Go for it.
We have a $10 donation from Kate Shernia who says, everybody, yeah, the Emperor's back. All right.
That's great.
So the Emperor came back and is yeah, a pretty bad dude now. So he, no jokes on this one, he actually did kill Ricard. Ricard called the Dragoon in order for Celis, Piplup, and Beaver to escape, and Dan ends up stepping down from being the Dark Knight and ends up joining the party. With the Emperor bringing Pandemonium to the surface, that then opens up the Jade Passage, so the last 2 dungeons in the game are now accessible, and the final gauntlet can begin. But before the final gauntlet really starts, a little bit of item shopping for safety, some Phoenix Downs and some Ethers, because there's more than likely going to be a lot of death here. These encounters are
Chat, I'd like y'all to figure out how many times Deln is going to get unrunnable dragon encounters in Jade Passage.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I said Blue was gonna get 7, but it might be me. You know.
I'm gonna go 8.
Thanks. 8.
Thank you, Sonny. I appreciate you.
I got you, Ice.
Oh, all right. You want to hear a really good joke, Deln? Piplup has
Go for
more
it.
max HP than Beaver does right now.
Oh my
That's-
goodness.
That's one dragon.
All right, chat, count with
He
us.
could actually
1.
beat me. Oh no! Wait, can't escape. Is he actually going to
Yeah.
attack me? Something.
The
There we go.
So yeah, the dragons are a bit of a pain here because they can show up quite often, and since they are normally a chest encounter in the Mesidian Tower, they are flagged as an unrunnable encounter no matter where they appear. That's 2.
That's 2.
Oh,
Oh man, I love it.
it looks like my payment that I sent to Square Enix before the race actually went through.
So these enemies,
I'm gonna quick save a lot here first.
yeah, these enemies are the rank 7 and rank 8 enemies at this point. They are the most powerful enemies you are going to face in the game, and some of them have some really nasty abilities, such as these salamanders with Blaze 16.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. I have a lot of Phoenix now, so I'm gonna use that instead of MP right now. Also, this room is the only room in Jade Passage that dragons do not show up. So at
And
least
it's also
I got
the
that going
longest
for me.
room.
And also, I get another ambush, because it wouldn't be a Final Fantasy II game without, ambushes.
Yep, and with it being 4 Abyss Worms, there's going to be a lot of Cyclone 13 going out, which, as you can see, does a lot of damage. And now that there's only one character up, that's the wipe. Cyclone 13.
Yeah.
It still
Abyss Worms are probably the scariest encounter in this entire dungeon.
Oh yeah, and
Especially when you get ambushed by 5 of them.
oh gosh, and the Cyclone ability still follows the same logic as the AoE spells, where if there's one character remaining, it's going to do a lot of extra damage to that one character and more than likely kill them.
Also, in this game, Waterfall and the waterfall and the lava pits in Obsidian Tower, and the acid on the ground in the Leviathan, they all deal damage. Thankfully, those don't actually increase. Actually, they do increase steps, but they don't give you any encounter. So, the only one that actually keep the encounters and give them to you after you leave the damage area is the ice in Obsidian Tower and the waterfall here, as far as I know, and the acid as well in Leviathan.
Yeah, the
They
acid.
they'll keep the encounters until you leave, and then when you step out, that's when they're going to give it to you. So you can always know where you're going to get that encounter. Thankfully.
So, if you have not actually played the Pixel Remaster, but you've played the other versions of Final Fantasy II, then you know Castle Pandemonium's music. Well, if you have yet to actually listen to the Pixel Remaster's Castle Pandemonium, be prepared to be amazed. It's probably my favorite track in the entirety of the Pixel Remasters. It's that good.
If you have any sort of jam emote, I highly recommend just using that jam emote.
Thank you, Ice.
You
That was
won't be
the other
disappointed. You will not be disappointed by Pandemonium.
All right. So far, 2 dragons for me. I will.
All right, I'm entering
And all-
passage as well.
Oh, with all the wipes that I had, you kind of caught up to me.
There's one for Ice. So we've seen 3 dragons total.
Wait, who? Did you get a dragon?
Yep, I saw
First
it.
encounter.
First encounter
Oh, I love
was a white dragon for Ice.
it. I love it. Thank you, game, making this a lot more fair.
Ooh, Heck Eyes. That's a fun encounter.
As their name
All right.
implies, hecked eyes, heck.
Yep. Welcome to Castle
So we are
Pandemonium.
now in Pandemonium. Yeah, Pandemonium is a little bit more safe to save and everything. There's no unrunnable unless you open the chest. Most of the encounters are not too crazy. Sorry. They're not too bad. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deln says that like Coriels don't exist.
Oh. Yeah.
Blaster-
Blaster 1.
Yeah.
I am not.
I thought it
I'm
was
not
a
looking.
Blaster
Every time
10.
there's an encounter, I close my eyes.
Well, I mean, Blaster
Is it
anything. It's
Yeah.
Blaster. It's a potential instant kill effect.
So
I am
Blaster
not
is an
looking at my
AoE.
screen.
Blaster is an AoE stun ability that they use, and it just completely stuns your entire party.
Yeah.
Not to mention
But, you know-
Coriels have Death Touch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, it's a fun time where you get ambushed by 4 of them. You're in for a great time.
You get blastered.
Like this
and
one
then-
right here.
Yeah, it can end up being you get blastered and then punch, punch, punch. Next turn, punch, done.
I'll have you know that's one of my favorite pastimes.
Oh, hey, look. I'm
And there's Blaster 10.
I'm having a great time here. Yep, I'm having a great time.
Good old Blaster 10.
Oh, well. Am I going to get wiped? But yep, I did touch.
Yeah, you did, because you got hit for 0, but still killed. There's that death touch.
Yeah, every time, always. Look, there is the encounter. This is a friendly stream until you get ambushed like that, as I call it.
Yep, and
I mean, you just missed the 4 great Malboros on my end.
I saw them, and I was trying to not say anything about it.
This is fun.
So, yeah,
It was the slow chip damage to take me out.
you may have noticed the Death Riders had the property where when they did damage, they just started healing themselves. Yeah, their weapons have the property of the Blood Sword as well. And on top of that, the more health you have, the more damage they do as a whole. You having fun with those salamanders, Ice?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did we ever say that this game is has a lot of RNG to it? Did we fail to mention that?
I'm pretty sure we mentioned that at some point.
Well, hey, look! This is
game is
RNG at its finest right now.
This game
is fair and balanced.
This game is fair and just,
Super.
and suddenly Deln's dead. You know, normal stuff. Don't worry.
Look, in our defense, we're like level 3, running through like the end of the game here.
I don't know. I think Dan's higher than level 3.
That's just the blood sword talking.
Fair.
All right, we are. I don't even know which 4th floor. There we
Yeah, you were on 3rd floor. Now it's 4th floor. But wait, there might be a skip on the floors.
Well, wait, there's more.
Look, we're on floor 6. What happened to floor 5?
We don't talk about floor 5.
So, floor 5, if you're wondering, has a lot of the super bosses, if you will. Astaroth, the Iron Golem, Tiamat, and Beelzebub are the 4 extra enemies in the game here in chests that can be fought, but they give the Genji equipment as well as a ribbon. Genji armor being the best armor in
Doesn't
the game.
one of the chests also give the mass immune?
Yes.
Yes,
One of them gives the mouse
which
immune.
I believe casts 16 Ace 16 on you if you use it as an item.
Yes, it is haste 16.
Yeah. The only thing that doesn't do, it doesn't give you max agility in this version, as far as I know.
No, it does not. I actually had to stop and think about that for a second too.
Now, I know I went to get it at some point when I was routing this, and I believe it didn't give it to you, but at the same time, it's not very useful, even if you do get it.
No, because
The damage is not that high.
yeah, and at this point you have the blood sword anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Very nice.
Ice, you're in Pandemonium. Welcome to the best place in the game.
Starting off really strong with a Lamia Queen and a Coriel.
And then a Lamia Queen. Oh,
I'm having the time of my life over here.
Keep it going, game. Come on.
We should not count how many dragons we get, but how many wipes we get. That'd be
yeah. I've already lost count of
Look,
that.
if I were to count how many wipes I've gotten this run, you know, like when you put like a value in a calculator and it just says E.
Yeah, on a scientific calculator.
All right. The chest of no. All right, Behemoth King. So unescapable fight, and counts as for some reason a boss here as a boss that animation.
Because, oh no, it's the King Behemoth that has the ribbon. The King Behemoth is in the Jade Passage on the 3rd floor where all the waterfalls are. But
Yeah, he's in the chest.
But can also drop a ribbon.
Good thing I saved it.
Hey, always gotta save. Saving is your best friend. in
Can
this
I
run.
do something here?
Don't forget what you need to use on the Emperor.
Oh, I'm not forgetting. I told you I would use it. I will show you the
We're
power
both using
of Ultima. Yes.
And after it's
Who,
used,
wait, who are you using it with?
Furion.
you mean Piplup?
Piplup. Yes.
So you're going to use it with the person that has the most armor on. Nice.
Oh boy.
I mean, he's the fastest character I have, so. Alright, so this is the final floor before the final boss. Don't blink, you might actually miss it.
Yeah, so
Time is coming up, by the way.
yeah, you might want to get ready on time because time will be on the
Yeah.
final hit on the
Death animation.
The death animation.
Alright, so as I promised, I will show you the ultimatum.
And then,
And here we go, Ultima 8. It does a whooping 31 damage.
okay, so
And that's time right here for me.
Yep, that is time for down. So, the way that the ultimatum actually works is it takes your weapon skills as well as your other magic levels and then multiplies it by the level of Ultima itself. And then it has a damage swing as well. And calculates all of that, and then it deals that much damage.
But it also factors in. It also takes a factor into your equipment, because you do more damage with magic spells while naked.
Yep.
So since Piplup has like a full set of armor with the thief's gloves, the black garb, and the gold hairpin, Piplup's magic stat is, I think, like around like minus 60 here.
Yes. It's right about minus 60.
Yeah, the two sword that I had in hand would give me a lot of magic penalty.
Oh, yeah. I think
Yeah.
it made it minus 75 to 80 then.
Per sword, yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
factoring
that was
both
a
swords.
nice Ultima damage roll. Let's see if Ice should use it with Furion.
I'm using it
Piplup
with
as well.
I'm using it with Beaver. No, I'm using
Oh,
it with
no.
Beaver. We're gonna
Beaver
leave
has-
it to Beaver chat.
I like this.
He doesn't have any magic penalty though, so that might be a little bit higher.
By the way, Deln,
We'll see.
would you like to know your time?
I'm
Even though
going to take a wild guess here.
All right.
So I think that was a terrible run. So that was definitely over 220. I'm gonna say 224 ish.
Close enough. 225.
Oh, not bad. That's good. Yeah, that was a lot of wipes. I thought I was going to be over 227, but yeah. Thanks, Ice, for jinxing this run. By the way,
No problem. That's what I'm here for.
it's not like just before the run you literally jinxed the entire run by saying you wanted me to have ambushes. While your wish was granted.
Oh yeah, no. See, that was when I was talking to Sonny about that. I was like, I just need Deln to get like every ambush possible. But little did the game hear, it said Iceblue? Got it.
I mean, even still, it's... Well, there's another dragon. Even still, with that in consideration, it's not too terribly far apart. I mean, you're about to be on
Yeah, it
floor
was
9.
It was pretty close.
Of course, the ambush. No.
Or
There's
you-
Blaster 10.
Yep, here we go. Blaster 10 again. There's the melee.
Oh, Maria.
my!
Or Celeste.
Did that
Celeste, the champion.
really just happen?
Celeste, the champion.
That is so rare. I
Did
can't.
you equip the
And then I
teeth gloves and
immediately-
the gold pin on her?
Yes, she's fully geared.
Okay. So she has, yeah, with the black garb, she gets plus 30. If you did get the 10 and missing in tower, she has 40 extra, so she probably has 65 to 67 agility right now.
But at the same time, popping out of Blaster the next turn, that's not something that happens very often. Usually with Blaster, it lasts at least 3 turns.
All right. We don't need the front row. All right, so time is going to be coming up on my end when the animation for the Emperor comes through. First, a word from our sponsor of
The
Ultima.
Ultimatome.
$85 damage.
So much better.
85.
And oh, we missed with the blood sword.
That's not good. Wait for it.
Time.
There's time. GG's you
GG.
two.
GG's.
Underestimate. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Saved by the ultimatum.
Not just the ultimatum, but also quite a good bloodsword roll there too. Because that was
Yeah.
Look, if I didn't hit that 83 with the ultimatum, I don't think I'd have beaten the Emperor.
I think that 83
Yeah.
from the ultimatum also is what gave you 7 hits on that first attack.
Yeah, actually,
I
I
know,
just
the
want to
Sleep
point out
Blade
that the way the reason why it does so much damage on the final boss is whenever the final boss is hit by a debuff, for some reason you do almost max hits on him,
Yeah,
and it's the only boss that it actually lets you do that.
but you guys ruined it because it was for memes.
It's okay. He went to sleep forever.
This time it is for good.
Yeah.
Or is it?
That's the
So
question.
just quick, give some quick shout outs around. Shout outs to most of the FF2 community. Currently, I think the person I gotta give a shout out to the most is definitely Zaibatsu for actually getting me to running this game again. Which is he's probably the first person I think that had a PB on this game. And Koshima as well for pushing this run.
For me, my shout outs are for Deln, who got me running this game
all the way down.
and provided me with the guide and the tips and the tricks of the trade. Poor Scythe as well. Big shout out. And then the entire FF2 community. Big shout outs to them. But
I think,
yeah, thank y'all for
we're good. Yeah.
thank y'all for allowing us to showcase this gem of a game.
It was a fantastic run, and I just want to say thank you both for allowing me to come along and do commentary for you guys.
Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you for
we appreciate
doing
it.
commentary.
No problem, guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Deln and Iceblue, for that extremely entertaining run of Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster. Final Fantasy II has no chill and made it good fun. But with that, my time is up here. So it was good fun, Chad. I will be leaving you in the extremely capable hands of Bob the Ninja Goldfish. But first, we'll have an ad for your viewing pleasure. So take care.
It's a rare occurrence that RPG Limit Break ends ahead of schedule, but here we stand, and we have decided, you know what we should do? We're ahead of schedule. Let's give those lovely, lovely people out there in the world of the internet more games. So we're adding a Final Fantasy VII Intergrade intermission, aka Yuffie percent. There's a lot of words in this. I'm Bob the Ninja Goldfish. I'm your host for the upcoming game. I want to give a big shout out to Zik3 for handling business on Final Fantasy II Pixel Remaster like an absolute boss. But now I'm taking the reins. Let's see what we can do. Deln, one of the previous runners, donates $25 and says, Final Fantasy II has no chill. Dodecalope donated $50. The Lamia Queen donates $5 and says, the Emperor returns and creates pandemonium. He also makes the final dungeon. And if you're wondering what we are talking about donations, we are RPG Limit Break. We're here in Salt Lake City. It's 2022. We're back after a bit of a break. And we are proud to support the National Alliance on Mental Illness. You'll hear us refer to it as NAMI as well. They advocate against mental illness using various things like education and support, advocacy, awareness. And if you want to get involved in that fight, reach out to NAMI via their state organizations or their Facebook, where they can be found as NAMI. There's Instagram and Twitter at NAMI Communicate, and help us fight against the stigmas that mental healthness can bring. Now, chat. This is a rare occurrence, so there's going to be a cue coming up here soon where I'm going to need you to get excited. I think you'll be able to tell what it is, but we'll see. More donations. Captain of the Dorks sends $10 and says, Paul, real MVP. Mildian sends $25. And Pokemon Master sends 20. A. Smith donates $10 and says, a bonus round of Final Fantasy Remake intermission. Hey! More RPG Limit Break is always a good thing. Now, I should let you know that because we're adding this extra game, we are extending the prize block from the previous games. So, the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 Pixel Remaster, which is a $10 minimum donation. The Hyperdimension Neptunia Mark II, $10 minimum donation. Knights of the Old Republic Plush, $5 minimum donation. Neptunia Trading Cards, $5 minimum donation. Neptunia Virtual Stars Collector's Edition, $20 minimum donation. And the Super Neptunia RPG Special Edition are all being extended through the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Coming up after Final Fantasy VII remake. We have a Tale of Berseria run by Lurking SR, and there's a few prizes that you can win in that time. So let's talk about those. Sorry, a few bids you can make, bid incentives. I'm so hyped. Words bad. So there is the character costume choice. Maid Butler is currently sitting at $70. Pirate is currently sitting at $55. And High School and Tales of Legacy currently have nothing. So if you're a fan of those, get to them. There's a Mystic Arts showcase that you can bid towards that is currently at $185 out of $2,000. There's a voice acting language. English sits at $41.90. Japanese sitting at $30. Are you going to sit there and take that Japanese restream? I don't think so. Before we get started, I do want to read a donation from one of our runners coming up, my good and dear friend, the Sid, who donated $100 and said, "For my brother Will, who fought the good fight till the end, may this donation help others who are fighting the good fight, and I hope they win it." Thanks, Sid. Apparently, Hataro Hino won't say no to more games to the tune of $25. Phoenix Captain sends $10 and says, "We're getting more RPG LB? What a wonderful surprise for the night." Alvin Chaos has donated a generous $50. Enoch Solar has donated $20 as well. Thank you so much for your donations. And Critter has donated $25. Good luck, folks. It's always good stuff to see and glad to help everyone.
Okay, with that said, I believe I'm ready on audio. How are the runners doing?
We have a